Guys, welcome back to World Illuminator 11. I hope you're doing well today, and welcome if it is your first time checking out my channel. And if it is your first time checking out the channel, then please do hit the subscribe button. You are very welcome here. And if you're looking to have a personal reading done, you can send me an email, and my email address and other details to do with the channel are in the description box below. So for this video, we're going to do a little deep dive to see what the Divine Masculines are currently learning, what they're currently learning in their 3D worlds, what they're learning as they're walking their path right now, doing the things that they are doing in their life right now. What are they currently learning? So we've got a few decks, and we are going to start with the Guardian Angel Tarot. So thank you, angels. What are the Divine Masculines learning right now? What are the Divine Masculines learning right now? What do we need to know? What are the Divine Masculines learning right now? What are the Divine Masculines learning right now? Thank you, angels. What are the Divine Masculines learning right now? Is there anything else? What are the Divine Masculines learning right now? Okay, so we've got two cards that have come out here. So the first card that we have is the Eight of Emotion. And the Eight of Emotion is the Eight of Cups, which is the card of walking away from certain things, from the things that no longer serve you. So they're learning to walk away from the things that no longer serve them, from certain habits, from people, situations, the things that are really not aligning with the path that they're on. They're learning to gain the strength to walk away from a karmic situation that they may be in, that they know is not bringing them joy and, success and fulfillment in their life. They are learning to walk away from this. So that's the message that's coming through. You feel a deep longing for something meaningful in your life. In your heart, you know that there's more out there waiting for you in the world. It may be time to switch careers, move to a new home or city, or initiate other important changes. Do what's right for you and seek out your magical new life. So, this is about your Divine Masculine. You can see the Divine Masculine there sort of looking out. It's like looking out the window, just knowing that there's something much more to their life than the life that they're currently living. They are in this place of feeling that there's no fulfillment, there is no, they're not living that life of properly living that life of adventure, and they're wanting to make that change. So they're learning to really go for the things that they're wanting to do for themselves. They're learning to walk away from situations that are really no longer serving them. So they're learning to gain the strength and the courage to be able to make the changes that they need to make for themselves, so that they can be able to move forward towards that life that they dream of, that vision of the life that they are desiring, that they see in the distance and they're wanting. That's that life as well with their Divine Feminine. So they have this deep longing for something meaningful in their life, a life that is meaningful, that is full of love, that they are living the life that they truly desire as well. So there is that deep longing, and that deep longing as well, that deep longing for their Divine Feminine, for the love that is meaningful and more fulfilling, that is helping them to gain the courage and the strength that they need to gain to be able to move forward. So they are learning to gain courage, to gain strength, to make changes in their own life. They're learning to walk away from what no longer serves them, so that they can be able to move forward that more meaningful life. So in their hearts, they know that there is more out there. They know that there is more out there waiting for them in the world. They know there's their Divine Feminine out there that they truly would love to be with as well. So it's time for them to make that change. So they are learning to gain the strength to be able to do that. And it says here, do what's right for you and seek out your magical new life. So you're being shown here that they're working on doing what's right for them. They right now, they're making the changes in their own life within themselves that they need to make, so that they can seek out this magical new life that they know is out there for them. That's a magical new life that is full of abundance and love, of them walking their path as well to do their mission. So this is what they're learning right now. The second card that came out is Helper of Abundance. Although you have a lot to do, it's time that you get organized first. Once planning is complete, you can roll up your sleeves and get to work. Your guardian angels surround you and are ready to help you. this card also indicates a very loving, kind, and loyal friend, someone with a big heart, a quick wit, and endless patience. That person could be you. So what they're also learning right now, the divine masculines, is to really sort of get organized in their own life, to really sort of become more stable, more grounded, and and really sort of think about where they truly want to be and do what they need to do so that they can get there. They're learning to plan what they need to make it as in changes in their own life right now, so they can get to that vision of the life, or the dream life that they are truly desiring. So it's important that they get organized. That's getting organized in their 3D world as well. So they're learning to get organized. They're learning to become more stable within themselves, and to sort things out in their own life so they can be able to move forward towards the life that they desire. So this may be them sorting out their family, their children, and they're learning all these things so they can be able to make the changes that they need to make and walk away from what no longer serves them to the life that they truly desire. So they are in a place of planning as well. They're planning what they need to do, and if they are maybe looking for another career, to move forward towards their mission, they are planning all these things. They're planning on how to move forward towards their divine feminine. So they're learning to get more organized in their own life so that they can get to that life that they truly desire. And they're also understanding and learning that they have the whole of heaven, their angels, they're helping them and guiding them as well on their path. So they're opening up to the help and the guidance that they're receiving to help them with becoming more organized, with the planning that they're doing, with making the changes that they need to make so that they can be able to move forward towards the life that they desire. So there's a lot of change that's going on within your divine masculine as well. They're learning things about themselves. They're learning things about the help that they're getting, opening up to that guidance and the help that they're getting so that they can be able to move forward towards that life that they desire. And it also says here, this card indicates a very loving, kind, and loyal friend, someone with a big heart, a quick wit, and endless patience. So they are also learning to open their heart, open their heart to love, to really step more into who they truly are. They're learning to release the fears and the things that have held them back from opening their heart to love, because they have the big heart. They are, a divine being of light as well. It's just the fears that have held them back for so long. So they're learning to open their heart to really sort of step more into who they truly are as well. That's about releasing the fears, the programming, the conditioning, so that they can truly move forward towards the life that they desire. And they're also learning to be patient, because they can't just rush these things. They have to really sort of move forward within themselves. They have to be in the place of raising their own vibration, of finding that joy and, getting out of that sadness and feeling, feeling down and all these things, forgiving the past, releasing the past. So they're learning as well to be patient with themselves on this journey. And they're learning to be patient with the fact that they can't just rush this, to get to where they truly need to be. They have to learn the lessons that they need to learn first. So they are learning to really step into who they truly are. So those are the messages that are coming through from this deck. And then we're also going to bring in the Almost Tarot. So thank you, angels. What are the divine masculines learning currently on their journey? What are the divine masculines currently learning on their journey? What are the divine masculines currently learning on their journey? What do we need to know about what they're currently learning? Thank you, angels. What are the divine masculines currently learning? Anything else from this deck? Okay, so the cards that have come out here, right? So the first one is sensitivity. So they're also learning, I really feel that they are sort of becoming more sensitive within themselves as well. Really sort of starting to connect more to what is going on with themselves, in their body, their intuition, becoming more sensitive, opening up as well to their own gifts and their psychic abilities as they start to walk this path. So they're starting to open up to that, learning new things about themselves is the message that's coming through. So this is bringing in a sensitivity that they probably didn't even realize that they had before, because lots of divine masculines are healers as well in their own way. That's about their sensitivity in connecting with other people, their sensitivity in connecting with those energies that are coming in from above, sensitivity when it comes to the ascension symptoms that they're experiencing as well, to help them to move forward on their path. So that's the first card that has come out. So they are also learning to move forward, to make progress. This is about getting organized in their own life, as I was talking about in the other message, really making progress, realizing that it's not about just being stagnant, living a life that is unfulfilling and just being stuck in that energy. They need to make progress in their own life. They need to move forward to do the things that they need to do so that they can keep progressing, moving forward on, towards where they truly would like to be. So they are also learning to get out of this energy of being stagnant, of being stuck in whatever situation that they're in, so that they can make progress and move forward on their path. So this is the message that's coming through. So they, in whatever they're doing, they are making progress because they're learning to become more organized, to plan things, to become more stable within themselves, more grounded, and to start to move forward and make progress in their own life. The last card that came out is communication. So they're also learning the importance of communicating, with their divine feminine, even with the other people around them. Whereas maybe before they may have been keeping certain things to themselves, they are starting to communicate more, learning to communicate clearer, communication with the universe of the things that they desire, learning to open up to communicate their feelings as well, is the other message that is coming through. And this is going to help them to be able to communicate and open up to their vulnerability as well. They're also learning to communicate with themselves, to really open up to how they're feeling and, to open up to their emotions. That's like communicating within themselves as well. So they're opening up all these different sort of channels of communication that they probably didn't have before. They probably didn't really dive deeper into how they were truly feeling, and they're starting to open this for themselves. And, this is helping them to be able to move forward. They're also learning or knowing that it's important for them to communicate with their divine feminine, and they're working towards this. That's the message that's coming through with that. Okay, so we are also going to bring in breaking out of the matrix. So thank you, angels. What are the divine masculines currently learning on their own journey? What are the divine masculines currently learning on their own journey right now? What are the divine masculines currently learning? What are the divine masculines currently learning? Is there any other message coming through? I'll do that one more time. Anything else coming through about what they're learning? Okay, right. So the cards that have come out here. So the first message that has come out, so we've got here, release any fears, worries, or concerns about your finances to the angels for healing and transmutation. Your material needs will be met. So they are starting to learn that they don't have to be in this place of worrying all the time, about finances. This is a big thing for divine masculines. They've always had this thing of being programmed, that of the programming and the socialization that they have to be financially stable. They have to do all these things financially, and they have to be the provider and all these things. They're learning that this is about them actually working with the universe to bring in what they desire, rather than be in a place of worrying about it and not feeling good enough and all these things. They can create the life that they desire by trusting in the universe to bring these things in. So they're learning that it is actually about working with the universe and releasing the fears that they have when it comes to finances, that will help them to be able to move forward, to become financially stable as they would like to be. So they're learning to release the fears, worries, and concerns about finances so that they can be the creator of the things that they desire, working with the universe to bring in that abundance by working on themselves and moving forward on their path and releasing the fears and the worries. And then they're also learning, don't allow others to define who you are, how to live your life, or what you are capable of. Make choices, make the choices and decisions that work best for you. Do not be afraid to live your life according to your own personal truths and values. So they're learning to live their life according to their own personal truths and values. That's about detaching from, what their family may think, what other people will think, their friends, and what society had taught them, that they need to be this person, they need to work this job, they need to do this, be in a relationship that's not working and stick to it. They're learning all these things. They are learning to not allow others to define who they are, so that they stand in their own divine masculine power, and and they live the life the way they want to live their life. If they want to change a job and do something that is that is coming in from deep within their heart, they don't have to stick to a particular career because they were told by their parents, or so society thinks that this is a good thing. They are learning to live their life how they would like to live their life, or what they are capable of. So they're learning that it's about them doing things for themselves, and making choices and decisions that work best for themselves. So they're learning to become more independent within themselves, to really sort of look within and see what choices and decisions they need to make for themselves, so that they can be able to move forward. So with this message, they're learning to step more into their power, to walk away from what are people pleasing and what other people expect of them, and and walking away from the crowd and actually stepping into who they are truly meant to be. So they are learning to do this as well, and so that they can live according to their own personal truths and values. So they're really learning to stand more in their power and to live their life for themselves, and that's about them following their heart as well. So they're learning to follow their heart as well. And it says, this one says, stay balanced, centered, and focused as you go with the flow through the changes taking place in your life. They are for your highest good, and you're fully supported. So they're also learning that whatever changes may be happening in their life, they are for their highest good. It is for them to get to where they're truly meant to be. Even the change that happened with you, their divine feminine, that separation coming in, that is there to help them to become more balanced within themselves, to become more centered and focused and grounded within who they truly are. So they're learning all these things as well, and and to really sort of stand through whatever those changes may be that are happening in their life, and to stay balanced within those. So they're learning to become more balanced within themselves, in their 3D world as well, to become more focused in what they truly desire, and and to stand strong in their divine masculine power, and to know that whatever those changes are, they're helping them to get to where they're truly meant to be. The next one is, you have managed to steer your life in a very positive direction and have good reason to feel optimistic and happy with yourself. You have achieved a great personal success. So they're also learning to achieve success in their own life. They are learning to grow within themselves, to do things for themselves, and that is helping them to achieve success as well in the things that they're working on in their own 3D world. So if they're working in a job, they're gaining that success as well, because they're becoming more balanced and working on these things for themselves. And obviously take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because this is a collective reading, and all divine masculines are on different parts of their journey. For some, they may still be just working on releasing those fears, and others are starting to really step more into their power and starting to see this success coming in. So really powerful that has come out. And the last card that came out is, your material needs will be met. Release any fears, worries, or concerns about your finances to the angels. So this is a big one for the divine masculines, because there are two cards that have come out when it comes to this message about releasing fears and worries about finances. They are needing to release this. This is about them becoming more balanced and working on their root chakra, because the root chakra is all about finding that stability and finances, and in your life being more grounded. And they are learning this. They're learning that it's about working with the universe to bring in what they desire, rather than be in a place of fear and worry about not having the money, or all these things. They are working on releasing this. So this is something big that the divine masculines are learning, because two cards about this have come out. They're learning to release the fears when it comes to money, to work with the universe, work with the angels to help them to be able to to bring in the abundance that they need, and that it's about them working on themselves, on their own life, getting to a place of healing themselves. That is what will help to bring in the abundance that they need. So this is like a really big change in the way that they've been programmed when it comes to how society had taught them that you get money by controlling things and making things happen, be having all this worry. They're learning to release all these fears and concerns and giving them to the universe and working with the universe in relation to their finances. So that's a big one for the Divine Masculines. And then we're also going to bring in messages from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine, what they want you to know about what they're learning. So thank you, angels. What is the Divine Masculine wanting the Divine Feminine to know about what they're learning right now? What is the Divine Masculine wanting the Divine Feminine to know? Okay, so the first message that they have here is, being apart from you has taught me something. It showed me that I've never been loved by anyone the way that you love me. So they have been learning from being apart from you that you are the one who's loved them the most, and the one who's loved. Nobody else has ever loved them the way that you love them. They are thinking about things that have happened, reminiscing on what has happened, and they're realizing that you are truly the one who's loved them the way no one else has ever loved them. So they are seeing this, they're thinking about things. They are really starting to see the truth, even if things may have gone a different way for both of you, but they're starting to see the truth when it comes to the love that you have for them, and also the love that they have for you. They're realizing that they've never loved anyone as well the way that they love you. So really powerful. And then they're also saying, I feel very protective of you and can't stand the thought of you of another guy touching you. So they're also realizing that they're feeling very protective of you, even if they haven't seen you for a long time. The love that they have for you is so deep that they are in this place of really, when they think about another guy touching you or being with you, it really feels like it's something that they can't deal with. That's because of that love that they have for you. So they are learning how deep their love is for you, no matter how long it has been since they last saw you. And then the next message that they have here is, I have been having a lot of dreams about you lately. It makes me look forward to falling asleep every night. So they are thinking about you. They're seeing you in their dreams, and and they are just really connecting with you, even if they're not actually seeing you in person. They look forward to going to sleep, because that is when they do see you. And the last card that came out is, I'm ashamed of the way I treated you. I'm working on becoming a better person. So this is what they want you to know as well. They're learning to become a better person. They're ashamed of the things that happened, what they may have said, what they may have done before, and and they're working on releasing this shame as well, because they have to release that feeling of shame, of guilt, of blame on themselves. They're learning to release this, but they are also, and in releasing this, they're working on becoming a better person. So that's what they're wanting you to know, that they're learning a lot about themselves and learning and working on becoming a better person. And we'll finish off with the Divine Masculine Messages to Divine Feminine by George Drew from Blue Eyes Tarot. Thank you, angels. What are the Divine Masculines learning on their own journey right now? What are the Divine Masculines learning on their own journey? Anything else? What are the Divine Masculines learning on their own journey right now? What are the Divine Masculines learning on their own journey? Is there anything else about what they're learning from this deck? Okay, right. So let's see what cards have come out here. So the first one that has come out is, I am moving towards you. So they're learning that, in everything that they're doing in their life right now, with their planning, they're getting organized, releasing the fears, releasing fears about finances, working with the universe, connecting more to the guidance that they're receiving. They are within themselves, in their own heart as well, with the way that they feel. They're learning that they are actually doing the things that they are doing, walking away from certain situations in their own life. They are doing this as a way of moving towards you. So they are learning that everything that they're doing is working to move them forward to you, to this life with you. So they're saying to you, I am moving towards you. So this is a message that they want you to know today, that they are doing what they need to do in their 3D world right now as a way of moving towards you, because they want to be with you because of all that love that they have for you. So they're saying to you, I am moving towards you. And they're also saying, you are my truth. So they've been learning and getting to know, and that's the message that's coming through. You know, you're the one that they love. They're ashamed of the things that happened in the past, but they're working on releasing that and, you know, becoming a better person within themselves, growing within themselves, because they know that you are their truth. So they've been learning that you are their truth and you are the one that they want to be with. This is why they are moving towards you. So, you know, they are learning the truth about who they really are, the love that they have for you, their divine feminine, that you are their truth, and as a result, they are moving towards you. So really beautiful messages coming through about what is going on with the divine masculines. They are moving towards their divine feminine, and it's all moving forward. I hope you have a great day, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Love, peace, positivity, and light.